Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a closer look at a shocking story that's been blowing up across social media, viral claims about Ozzy Osbourne's final moments. Posts and images are spreading fast, leaving fans around the world stunned and confused. But what's really going on? Is there any truth behind these rumors, or is it just another wave of misinformation? Stay with us as we break it all down. You won't want to miss this. Are you an Ozzy Osbourne fan? If you are, drop a 1 in the comments. If you only know him from his iconic music, type A0. And don't forget to enjoy the video and hit that subscribe button. Your support helps our channel grow stronger every day. Few people know that in his later years, Ozzy Osbourne recorded a short, personal message, less than 2 minutes long, but filled with the passion and gratitude that defined his life. In it, he spoke honestly about the challenges of living with long-term health issues, while thanking the fans and family members who had stood by him through every chapter of his journey. From the glory days with Black Sabbath to the moments when he needed extra support to move around. His voice was softer, a bit unsteady, but his eyes still carried the same fiery spirit he once brought to stages around the world. What moved his family the most was the final frame of the message. Ozzy sitting quietly in front of a large hand-painted portrait bearing the words, "I'm not afraid, I'm at peace." It was a piece of art he kept in his private room, a reminder of everything he had overcome throughout his life. That moment didn't just touch his family, it stirred emotions in millions of fans who had followed him through decades of highs and lows. Ozzy, once wild, rebellious, and surrounded by controversy, became a symbol of strength, honesty, and vulnerability. His legacy goes far beyond the music he created. It lies in the resilience he showed, the courage he carried, and the message he left for the world. Even in the face of life's hardest battles, peace is something we can still choose. Ozzy Osbourne, one of rock music's greatest living legends, has faced countless health battles in his later years. Among the most challenging was Parkinson's disease, which he publicly revealed in 2019, a diagnosis that reshaped his daily life in ways few could imagine. The illness gradually affected his mobility, turning ordinary tasks into obstacles. Yet even in the face of such hardship, one thing never changed: Ozzy's fierce resilience and his unbreakable love for music. No matter how tough the journey became, that fire inside him never went out. After announcing his diagnosis, Ozzy Osbourne faced a series of difficult health challenges. He spent time in the hospital, underwent several medical procedures, and had long periods of recovery. Even so, he never turned his back on the stage. As the years went on and his strength gradually declined, walking became harder, and even his voice showed signs of strain. Yet none of that stopped him. Despite discomfort, fatigue, and the toll it took on his body, Ozzy kept performing, pushing past every limit with a determination fueled by his lifelong devotion to music. His love for music, and for his fans, was what carried him through every challenge. Ozzy was more than an artist. He was a fighter. Though his body grew frail, his spirit never faltered. On July 5th, 2025, he took the stage for what would be his final performance at Villa Park in Birmingham, the very place where his legendary career began. This wasn't just another concert, it was a powerful, symbolic moment, marking his reunion with Black Sabbath after 20 years. For many fans, this was more than a concert. It was a deeply emotional farewell. While most artists might have stepped back because of health struggles, Ozzy refused to let illness define him. Even as he faced pain and occasionally needed a chair for support, he rose to his feet and sang, giving fans one final gift from his incredible musical journey. The performance became an unforgettable goodbye. For everyone who had followed Ozzy through decades of music, it was clear this could be the last time they would witness him live on stage. Despite his declining health, Ozzy delivered a stirring message during his final performance. "Are you ready? Let the madness begin." These words were more than a call to the crowd. They were a bold, unforgettable farewell from an artist who had devoted his entire life to music. The energy in the arena was indescribable. His love for the fans, his unwavering determination, and the timeless power of his music combined to create a moment that no one present would ever forget. Even in the face of life's toughest challenges, Ozzy never stopped fighting, not for himself but for his fans and his music. Illness and physical pain could never keep him from the stage. That unbreakable, never-give-up spirit defined who Ozzy was, and his fans could feel it even in his most fragile moments. His resilience left an enduring mark on everyone who loved his music, reminding the world what true dedication looks like. Why did Ozzy keep performing, even when his health made it almost impossible? The answer is simple: music. For Ozzy, performing was never just a job, it was his life. Music was at the very heart of who he was, and stepping onto the stage for his fans gave him purpose and meaning. In a recent interview, he shared that music is what made his life truly worth living. That's why he pushed through illness and hardship, because music was the force that carried him forward. Ozzy Osbourne's life wasn't just filled with wild, unforgettable moments and controversy. It was also a story of perseverance, deep love for his family and fans, and an unyielding determination to never give up, even in the face of life's toughest challenges. He lived every moment to the fullest, and his final chapter stands as a testament to the unbreakable spirit of a true musical legend. When a legend like Ozzy Osbourne reaches the final chapter of his journey, it leaves not just his fans, but the entire world with an overwhelming sense of loss. What makes his story even more touching are the meaningful final moments, the unexpected twists, and the heartfelt goodbyes, glimpses of Ozzy's life that many fans had never seen until now. These moments reflected not only the love and resilience Ozzy carried for his family and fans, but also the perseverance and sacrifice that shaped his entire life. On July 5, 2025, he performed his final concert at Villa Park in Birmingham, the very place where his legendary career began. This was more than just a show. It was a historic event, marking his reunion with Black Sabbath after 20 years. The atmosphere at Villa Park that night felt almost timeless. Though Ozzy's voice wasn't as strong as it once was, every word he sang stirred waves of emotion across the thousands of fans in attendance. No one needed to speak. The power of the performance was felt by everyone. Each spotlight, each guitar note served as a silent farewell to the Prince of Darkness. And Ozzy himself, despite his frailty, smiled warmly, as if offering one last heartfelt thank you. Immediately after the performance, behind-the-scenes images began circulating on social media. Ozzy was guided into a wheelchair by two close assistants, his face showing exhaustion, yet his eyes still glowing with deep satisfaction. In that moment, he knew he had given everything to his music until the very end. Doctors later confirmed that he relied on strong pain medication just to take the stage, but Ozzy never let the audience see it. because to him, his fans always deserved a full, unforgettable performance. The very next day, social media overflowed with photos and heartfelt tributes to Ozzy Osbourne. The hashtag, #ThankYouOzzy, quickly topped global trends as fans shared their emotional goodbyes. Though he stepped away from the spotlight, his spirit and music will live on forever. Ozzy was not just a rock legend, he was a symbol of unwavering passion and determination. And perhaps he said farewell in the most fitting way. Through music, through emotion, and through the heart. The applause and cheers that night created a truly historic moment, as Ozzy delivered a full, unforgettable performance despite his health struggles. Fans at Villa Park will never forget the sight of him seated in his chair, gripping the microphone and singing every last note, his eyes taking in the crowd, feeling their love and support. It was a remarkable scene, a legend refusing to let illness or weakness keep him from doing what he loved most. The moment Ozzy witnessed his daughter's proposal became one of the brightest rays of light during his darkest days. Despite his physical pain and constant fatigue, he smiled, his eyes shining with pure joy. Surrounded by family, the atmosphere felt warm and sacred. Ozzy gently held his daughter's hand, telling her he was prouder of her than anything else in the world. It wasn't just a family moment, it was a deeply moving final chapter in the life of a true legend. Even knowing his time was limited, Ozzy stayed positive in front of his daughter. He asked about the wedding plans, fully aware he might not be there for the ceremony. Instead of sadness, he offered his most heartfelt blessing: live happily, never lose yourself. Those words, spoken before he closed his eyes to rest, have become priceless treasures for his family. Now we want to hear from you. Should Ozzy Osbourne officially retire from the stage after everything he's been through? If you think he deserves to rest and focus on his health, type 2 in the comments. But if you believe he still has the strength to inspire and shine through music, type 5. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss the latest stories about music legends.